Okay, once again, I welcome you all whoever joined previously for our chat discussion. It's a very simple discussion. That's we are discussing about the festival as well as the effect of the pollution on environment and ecological living things. And just a while before we start a chat, let me invite more of my friends in this discussion part. Once we get together, we would like to complete our discussion in detail with all the expertization from film industry all over the world, and let's make it valuable discussions. Okay, so in the previous live I was discussing about the Deepavali fest. We all knew that was a problem. I just discussed how the stormwater drainage got a problem. Why the underpass and as well as overpass or low-lying areas got jammed, blocked. I already explained how air pollution occurred. From our childhood still now, we studied about three kinds of pollutions. One is air pollution, water pollution, and noise pollution. In addition that, few other pollutions are there which is occurred not because of us, due to scientific reasons, which is beyond our common people life. One is radiation pollution and second one is satellite pollution. It comes under the government control. It will come over the globe, the satellite, the increasing the number of satellites. Every nation will launch for their own usage so many satellites. It is making universe in terms of pollution. You may ask, what is the use? The kind of percentage increment increase in the satellites in whole universe, what will be its effects? It may not affect much, but in future it will be a big problem. Even though it is designed after a certain age, the satellite has to falls down on the oceans or a sea sometime. Due to technical failure, it will be gone to the universe. As you knew that in a universe, due to zero gravity or less gravity, the things cannot be in a particular stage. It may flow there, or it may rotate, or it may get attracted by the any other planet or satellite, artificial satellites. So this is the one more kind of pollution. So nowadays, one more pollution we had observed that is light pollution. So we have mainly 6 to 8 metro cities in our India, namely Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and nowadays the Kochi is going to be now metro, Nagpur, Pune, Ahmedabad as well. So mainly the south states we have 4 metros. In a west Mumbai, in a east Kolkata, that's 6, and Delhi 7. So we can roundly we can take it as a 8. So as per now we have a 8 metros. You just imagine 8 metros with more illuminating lights. So in our childhood, what we did? We just gone over the terrace whenever we did not have a power. What was our daily routine? We just used to enjoy hide and seek or some rural games, or if time permits, or if all our work got over, if we had a food and all, we used to sleep over the roof, and we used to watch the stars. What we studied in the textbooks, the kind of stars, kind of planets, which is now also we can see. During that times, we were observing all the stars, all the planets. Whether our textbook says it's exactly right on a sky, we're just comparing. The position of Mercury or Venus or a moon, how exactly it's changing. It's some kind of astronomical kiddish research. Not only me. In every state, in every village, in every city, all the child had gone this kind of experiment. Thank God that during that times we did not have smartphones and electronic gadgets and computers. We had a lot of time to do these kind of experiments. We played a lot of games. The same question cracked in a Bangalore. Previous year I was in a Bangalore. I did not go to my home. So I just observing every day the stars. You might observe, go to your native, might be a Hubli or Dharwad or Mangalore, Bidar, Kolar, Hassan, anywhere in the state or anywhere in India. You might observe that whatever you watched in your city, the same kind of star is not possible to see by your naked eyes in a metros. It is not at all possible. You might think that due to the location, it's not possible to see, or due to the change in atmosphere, or due to the change in the temperature, or maybe the clouds, you may not see. But answer is wrong. It is not because of the change in the place. The sky is measured in the light years. Distance is too vast, and we are hardly a kilometers. Even a time will change, I think, more than 1500 to 2000 kilometers, or according to the latitude and departure, the time will calculate. The people calculating this time on the basis of latitude and departure, all you knew that. But my question is, why in metros we are not able to see the stars, all the stars, when we saw in our childhood? Now we are not able to see. What would be the reason? The simple. It is because of lights. Every street lights, every light we are burning in nights in our homes, every commercial office, and every big functions, we are just switch on the lights. If you observe that, there's recently one figure came in the media 20 years back, how the India was, and after 20 years. Of course, we are progressing. I accept that we are progressing, and we need a light in every house all over the India, in every village, remote areas, as well as in hilly areas. Also, we do need lights. I accept that. But access light, where I am telling, inside light is not too much bothering the outside lightings. A much starlights, or the lightning over your buildings, the lightning over the fountains, lightning over the lakes. This will affect this will affect entire area. You just observe in a Rashtrapati Bhavan, every day there are thousands of small LED lights are fixed to show. I do accept that it is our proud place where we have to give the respect. But on the same way, we cannot invest our valuable amount for lighting the object which is not so much required. Here, the excessive light will affect it for the light pollution, and second, unnecessarily our money is invested. Not only the one place, all the monuments we are investing the some lights. I have one question. Before inventing the lights, what happened to our monuments? Still it was alive with a small amount of lights. Just think, whatever we burning the lights, it's a quantity also small. In future days, we need a much more light capacity. We have to generate more current. Now we are producing the current by water, hydropower plants, thermal power plants. Little ahead, nuclear power plants, tidal power plants, wind power plants. So many researches are going on. But in future, the demand and supply chain, we are not able to meet that requirement of how we calculate per capita demand for water supply. Like that, even electric supply also, it required to calculate per capita. How much person one man required to consume the electricity. In future, we should require to do the research, or somewhere they might did a research. I don't have that much of ideas now. The question not only the solving demand and supply, but also reducing the light pollution. Recently, I just met with one electrical maintaining person who is from Shumaga. I think Gandhi hydropower plant. I didn't remember exactly. We were in a bus. I was just, whenever I get an opportunity, I will talk with all the members, all the people surrounding me to gather the information from themselves. He's a technical ITA guy. He was working since from 15 years. He had been working there, and I think recently he got retired. He was telling that to produce 1 unit of current, they required 1 day to run 3 to 4 plants. It's approximate calculation, not exactly. I'm not an electrical engineer for your kind of information. It's all approximate. My main aim to tell you that what is the pain to produce the current. To produce a 1 unit of current, they required many plants to run, many maintenance guys to maintain, many people get involved to produce a 1 unit of current, and there is a lot of amount is required to supply that current. And you also knew that the power cannot be stored. This was my biggest question for energy consumers as well as energy producers. What if I produce my own fund, might be a solar energy or whatever, is there any chance to store in any power plants? The answer is no. You cannot store the power. It has to transfer. If I produce a heavy quantum of heavy quantity of power I need to transfer. It cannot be stored. This is also one of the reason, if we have that kind of system, we would have stored much quantity of power, and when we don't having, or when we get the shortage of power, we might use that power. But it's not happening. It's not possible. Not only in India, all over the world, it's not possible to store the power. It has to transfer. Okay, so if I assume that the power, as per now and with all the research, say that power is not storable, it's transferable. So we already produce with a lot of energy, time and investment, we produce 1 unit of current, and with the same cost we require to transfer with a grid, electrical grid, where it is controlled, and in a short term it is controlled and stopped, and with the requirement it will be filtered, then it will reach to your home. So the amount and time is much, but the power supply time is in a very less. In a lesser time it will reach more. So he's telling that we will make better energy concepts and everything, but the problem is, you also knew that to get a 1 sugarcane juice, we required a 1 to 2 sugarcane in that machine. In the same wise, to get 1 unit of current, we required to do more kind of work. I am not getting any examples to explain in detail. So after all this work, what do we do? Including me. My memory is, my short-term memory, I am very weak in my short-term memory. I cannot go beyond that. So sometime I forgot to switch off the lights in bathroom or toilets. That was my weakness. I don't do intentionally, but sometimes I do. Intentionally or not in intention, if you do the mistakes, but it will affect to the society. So my humble request to all the people all over the world, why we require power? First ask this question. To work in the nights and run our electrical equipments and to solve our day-to-day life. Okay, what all the electrical equipment we required is essential for us. One thing is communication. What I am just talking with you, it is an electronic device, the smartphone. It requires some kind amount of charge. So I need to charge. At least if the cell phone is good, I need to go for 1 time charge per day. If the battery capacity is less, I have to go for 2 times a day. So what is the mistake, including me, we do? So one smartphone required almost 45 minutes to charge, if it is in a good condition. We leave at night. This also, you knew that if you leave the smartphone at night and when you get up, the excess amount of battery it will consume and battery will go. But nowadays technology came to control that whatever kind of amount of current is required to charge the battery, after that it won't take. Some salespeople told. But I'm not sure. And sometimes we just leave that charger with the connection and switch button on. Even though the indicator, light indicator showing that red light is still, it's burning. We don't off our cell phones batteries. Means, don't assume that when you charge then only the current will pass. When you switch on the current, It is already passing to your electrical and electronic device. Only you did not connect it. Means the electric capacity is already started consuming. That's how the variable, you so many times you just thought that how this month I need to get 450 or 1000 2000 is the electricity bill, how it could came more than 3000 or 4000 because of this only. You have to thankful to all the government and Bescom or KPTCL or whatever, because it's all subsidized rates. If you go with the actual rate, none of us we can pay for electricity bills. It will come thousands together. It's all subsidized rates. If you take an example, if you just forget all the government, if you wanted to produce your own current and if you want to use that, it will per month you supposed to give more than 1 lakh per month. It is subsidized rate and it is a divided rate. It will be distributed to all the people living in the houses. Okay, I do accept that some electrical theft and electrical wastage or electrical leakage also there, that will come under law and governance. It is not a discussion part. The part of the discussion is what are the value of light and what are the value of current. So he's telling that, sir, I'm just much worried. To get 1 unit of current, we do a day and night with a shift work. And here the people are just wasting the light. Including me. I also told that several times I did a mistake. Including me, I need to develop. So in my conscious mind, whenever I think to off, I will do it. Whenever I also do mistakes. Mistakes can be controlled. Unintentional mistake can be controlled. But intentionally did a mistake, it's not controllable. First thing, so being an environmentalist and being a good person, so many times I just thought that what is the alternative for plastic? What is the alternative for these all things? We are so much of addictive for these all the things. I just one day I asked to my mom, 20 years back, when you gone to the hotel, what was the procedure to take all the food items to my home? She told that we used to take with all the cotton bags. I got solutions. So we have our own Indian cotton industry where we can get our bags. We completely avoid the external plastic. And second system, I asked that what about the liquid? If I want to buy a sambar, if I wanted to take a sambar from the hotel, what is the how you used to take that sambar? So she told that we used to take with the steel cans. So that's also possible. And third question, what about water? Nowadays we got a mineral water. So they told that you heard that a kind of a skinned, I don't know that old name, the kind of bottle which is not plastic, is some kind of skin or kind of another material they were using. Means once again we have to get back to that old system. If we use, only we should have a patience. So what is the mistake we do when we go out? We are not taking any bags, we are not taking any cans, we are not taking any anything. Results, the vendors or shopkeepers, they won't have a more business. They cannot say no to the customers. They be just charging a 2 rupees hidden charges and they are giving her back and we are taking all the. Okay, well, let us take an example. When you go for the market and we buy the vegetables, I'm telling you the normal market, not a big shops. There also we ask for bag. When you're fixed, when you're confined to go to market and to have the purchase daily vegetables, why can't you take bags, jute bags, Or hi Ravi sir, nice to coming for this discussion. And I'm sorry I did not welcome you all. Actors Sumaj, K. Nataraj, Vijay Shetty sir, Tyagaraj sir, Sridhar sir, Prachi madam, Ravi Kumar, Sunil Gowda, Raghuraj, Hames and Narsimha sir, all are welcomed. So I am really impressed at this late night you all are joined with this discussion. You can pass your comments, whatever you feel. You just pass it on comments and we have a discussion. I don't do the unnecessary charts. Whenever I discuss, it should have a valuable information towards my film industry people and my friends. So that time I found that the alternative for the advancement of improvement in the technology is just we are relying on the technology and we are just forgetting our daily routines, and we are just so much of addicted for the advanced technologies. We cannot leave the cell phones, we cannot leave that all. And in my childhood I was dependent on routine buses, KSRC or BMTC, like that. I born and brought up in Hubli, so I was dependent on KSRC bus. I was used to wait for the buses, and when I get a bus, I was used to travel in the buses. Means I had a lot of time to come and go. But nowadays I don't have a time to travel on buses. Nobody has a time. It means the travel time is more and the work is more. So we need to control the travel time and work. And if it is planned, we can solve all the kind of problems. So first thing is plastic. We need to avoid the plastic. I just told the suggestions how we can avoid. We cannot eliminate the plastic. We can avoid the plastic. While purchasing, just avoid it. If you have a plastic, try to reduce the plastic. Try to reduce the usage of plastic. And what is the second thing? Is air pollution. Please do check all your vehicles, how much emission it is, how much carbon it is emitting. You just get checked out. If it is any problem, you just fix it in with your mechanics. Third thing, if anybody is also doing pollution with using his vehicle, do suggestion with politely. If it is go well, good. Otherwise, you just protest with the politely. Third thing, these all the remedies alternatives I'm just telling. One more pollution I did not say, sorry. Because of late night, I might be here or there. My English also not too good, like you people. That is what I was just telling. The pollution. One more pollution, we usually see that is a dust. You can see that if you observe and you just ask all your friends, whoever traveled abroad or whoever just stayed in abroad, they say that they cannot see even a single kind of dust or a soil in developed countries. Here we can see much. They can see only three things. One is lawn, that is the green vegetation. Second is concrete or bituminous road. And third is infrastructure. And fourth is wherever the left position is there, they will just go with the plantation. Means everything is planned, not even a single square inch they left unused, unobserved. This is what I mean. But scientifically, the soil also essential. I'm not against the soil. Soil also required. If you do, you just assume that if you do all the concrete surface where water has to percolate, our ground will get affected. It will become a dry. Means you are cutting the source of water to percolate. There is both advantages and disadvantages as well. So how could you control? My personal suggestion for the technical committee also, I had suggested that in your drainage, make it a borehole. It's not a come center for the common people, it comes for the governance side. So for the entire road, we have a two side stormwater drainage. You just in a one single junction you can fix with a 450 borehole. If you make it, all the water get into the ground surface. This is one of the alternative we get, and this all I studied. And what is the second thing? Make it a perfect road surface with a proper embankment and at the center, and with a proper slope side and side drainage. You maintain all the input of the drainage has to be properly ventilated, and properly it should not choke. The water perfectly get in. And properly, if the road center height is perfect and side slope is perfect without any damage, the water will get properly drained out. And second thing is, all the people, okay, what is our responsibility? We do park our vehicles on a road or on a footpath. We just violating that we have to control. That's our responsibility. I also accept that the government failed to give us the parking area, or commercial areas or commercial complex failed to give the enough parking space. Results, we are just parking on the vehicles, and the police people penalizing us with a heavy penalty for not park. I'm just wonder that to the government, for any kind of NDA or UPA or whatever government or state or center, before implementing any rules, guys, please do the research on that. Ground real, check the realities. Just check the road, how much the width is sufficient. You're just telling the policeman to penalize the person who is parking or who is just violating. Just check it out whether all the surfaces are working. Your signals are working, your roads are sufficient, the width is sufficient, the population is gearing up. It's not at all sufficient. The present infrastructure and present traffic system is not too good to incorporate all these problems. First, check the ground realities. Then, everything is working. The mistake is only from the public. Then go with the perfect, planned, with well intimated, and then ask public to pay the penalties if they commit mistakes or crimes. And after that, what I wanted to say, once all the roads and all this, our responsibility not to park the vehicles, our responsibility not to violate the signals. I just shared one video that in any abroad area, I don't know, one who comes on the zebra cross, they just travel over that vehicle. You might see in several places in Bangalore, zebra cross. Guys, please understand, zebra cross is meant for the pedestrians, not for the vehicles. When you park the vehicle over the zebra cross, where the pedestrian has to cross, you knew that the zebra cross is only meant for the pedestrian to pass. After that, you will get on a line, a thick line. That is a boundary for a vehicle to stop. I don't know, some police also not. I also agree they had a lot of people. It's not a controllable. It's our responsibility. I'm not blaming police. They are doing their best duty. They are doing best duty of their own. The corruption, that is the second part. That will come under law and order. I'm just telling about the citizens' responsibility and our own. The development will start within us, from us, not from action. It's the inside changes. Several times we tell that the Paris is a beautiful city, Colombo is a beautiful city, London is a beautiful city. These people only go there and they don't do the things whatever done in India. Bharat. Means when it's a beautiful, our mind won't think to make it dirt. I accept that. But also that the laws also strict. You just think that the police are fools to take a penalizing? No. It is a moral responsibility. Just say that don't park, nobody will listen. When you give the punishment or penalty, the people try to avoid the mistakes. That was the thought came from the police of 400 years back. During the British only, this all happened. I'm not telling that police are doing right or wrong. So whatever are the responsibility is, whatever all the rules are to improvise our citizens. And second thing, helmet. Helmet is compulsory. You also knew that so many accidents happened because not wearing the helmet. So many injury, major injury, death happened because not having the helmets. So maintain the traffic rules and wear the helmet. And when I, sorry, it gone beyond our discussion box or circle. I was just talking about the pollution and it went to the traffic because it's interconnected. You just take an example of stopping time. So usually we have 120 seconds, sometimes 150 seconds. So 150 seconds we are in hurry portion and we just on the vehicles. Okay, the bikes we can maintain. So as I saw in the traffic junction, some 20% vehicles are got off and 30%. But auto, buses and truck, they won't off because they have problem that once it is got off, it's very difficult to get started, and the behind the people start banging on or making horn. Because of that, they are always on the vehicles during the signal time. What happens when the red signal, particularly I just told that when you burn the crackers, approximately 150 gram of carbon dioxide it will produce if it's a hardened solid state. Like that, for every signal time 150 gram, approximate calculation without any research, it's a raw calculation. 150 gram for every 3 minutes of red time. One day we have a 12 hours, 8 to 8, 12 hours of signals. 1 hour approximately, if you take 3 minutes, that's 60 divided by 3, it's almost 20 minutes we should wait in the signals. At 20 minutes you just emitting the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide, you might think that 20 minutes, if you take another side, the road having 4 roads in one junction. This road, passengers might stop. That road is going on. When that road is stopped, these vehicles are going on. Means it's all 1 hour. The whole signal got blocked with the pollution. It's my humble request, please switch off all your vehicles, whatever may be the condition. And when it come to yellow, previous times it was the system red, yellow. For general, it is called as amber. Red, amber and green when came. Amber color, it's nothing but yellow. It will tell that be ready to start your vehicle after the red signal. And before giving the red signal, the amber color, once again it is coming. Means get start your vehicle and get ready to start, or be ready to stop your vehicle. But nowadays it is cancelling. They are giving after red, it will come directly switch on to the signal. The timer is one of the good research. Timer say that within 5 seconds my vehicle has to start. Okay, that's accepted. Like that also, before 5 seconds or 10 seconds for a bigger vehicle, you can start with a 15 second. It's possible. 15 or 25 seconds also okay. For a smaller vehicles like a car, you can start with a 15 seconds. For bikes, for instant start, you can start with a 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So if you just switch off for 20 seconds, your fuel consumption also less, as well as the carbon producing. The amount of wastage you are producing and giving on the environment will also reduce. And third thing, the crackers. whenever we are doing some revolution and some steps, I do accept that the business in our India dependent family will get affected if you stop the crackers. I'm not telling to stop the crackers. Use the kind of crackers which should not disturb the environment. Recently, I just had one of beautiful video. The one a lady celebrated with the crackers kind of balloons by touching with the pin. It got burst and gave us some noise. So there is a no big noise and as well as pollution. I accept that, but it won't be in practical. It won't be give a big idea of making fun or getting. I do accept that your money you can invest anywhere, but your moral responsibility is that how to control. We are not kids anymore. To make the fun for the kids, it's not only one thing. Cracker is not a mandatory. In during that times, cracker were used to show that अंधकार अंधकार को मुक्ति करना अंधकारವನ್ನು ನಾಶಗೊಳಿಸಲು killing the darkness. That time they used this concept because that time we are just using lamps. It's all small lights and we are just using one crackers and all, and we are just killing the Ravan and all. That was ancient culture. I'm not against the ancient culture. All the ancient cultures and everything is good. The ancient culture or whatever culture or whatever tradition is done by human, not by the God. And the God won't love the people, and the God always tells to love the environment and our ecology system. If you are not respecting the tree, if you are not respecting our animals, our nation, it is also, we are just insulting the God. Our trees, our streets, our nation is also kind of God. This all doesn't have any caste religion. It's all are one. It's all give the service. Recently, I just read one article saying that when the Kaveri issue came, when the sunlight in morning gives, never think whether it is going to Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or any places, irrespective of the states, irrespective of the language, irrespective of the caste and creed and race, religion, nation. It distributes all the people. It never think the poor or. We have a free access for sunlight. We have a free access for air. We have free access for water, but due to some distribution program, they're just charging with a minimal amount. But if you take, it's a free. When water is not discriminating us, when the sky is not okay, you can just feel the sky. When the sky is not discriminating us, when the water is not discriminating us, when the fire is not discriminating us, when earth, whenever we are just footing, whenever we are just giving up steps, earth, this Panchabhuta is not discriminating us. Who the hell we are just ask the question to the people about religion and caste and all everything. Means all the human have a equal rights to live, progress, enjoy, work for nation and work for society. So according to me, the God is there in our trees, in all the plants, all the animals, and all the people. So our tradition with using less crackers or less lighting, it won't affect our tradition. It's a myth. If you want to celebrate in a grander manner, just wear the beautiful costume with Indian made khadi or somewhat, so that our farmers or our Indian vendors get Bharatiya vendors. I love to use the word Bharat instead of India. It would be more helpful for Bharatiya people. Consume Bharatiya products. So the theme and the point of discussion is Not only for this Deepavali, every Deepavali use a less crackers, less lighting. Means artificial lighting. I'm not telling don't use the lamps. Lamps don't make any problem for environment. Use of lamp is welcomed. Artificial lights like LED big lights, surbatti, whatever you're using, rockets, bhuchakra. It will increase the sound pollution as well as noise pollution. So many people that say that it will come only 2 times we use for Dasra or Deepavali. We don't use saying that. But all over India, if everybody is using for the 5 days effect, it will affect for 3 months for our nature. Okay, I have one more option for you. If you want to use the crackers, I do have one more alternative option for you. If you definitely wanted to use the crackers, use this wild alternative for you. If I want to purchase a 5,000 amount of crackers for this Deepavali dedicated to my family, what I can do? Purchase the 5,000 amount of crackers. You may allow the burn, but at least purchase 10%. Means 500 rupees of tree. Anywhere in a Bangalore or anywhere in a place, just plant it and just take care of that. It has to grow, pour the water. So it is called, one more discussion next time I will tell that. One of my student, when I was a lecturer, one of my student told that about carbon management. It is a big story of industrial management, how this greenery managed, how this carbon capitalized, all are technical big in the international level. I will talk in another discussion. Like that, if you want to purchase a 5,000 rupees of crackers, you just purchase a 500 rupees of good amount producing one plant. And please do make it a plantation on any street where you can access and pour the water and take care for at least for 2 years. At least it has to come its own height of 4 to 6 feet. Once its roots are got strong, it will take automatic water. You need not to pour. It is good if you planted on the monsoon season. If you planted on November season, you have to take care till next monsoon. Means 7 months of commitment for one at a time. The plant is nothing but our kids only. When you are ready to take a care for your kids or your babies, it's also equivalent. One baby of yours can survive for 100 years. She may help you or not. But tree definitely will help for 150 to 250 years. Not only for you, for next 4 generations. It's my humble request that if you want to purchase any crackers, go and purchase as well as plants and just do this plantation. And after that, you do care for that plant. That's one of the good alternative for that. Means we are making use of crackers as well as this. In addition that, use the less lighting equipments, artificial lights. Use your lamps, which is made by earth, so that our local vendors can get benefited. And avoid the China product. As I am an Indian national, I am as a Bharatiya, I strongly tell you that avoid the Chinese products to increase our per capita demand. With all this explanation and all the discussion, I am signing off now, and I will come with a beautiful discussion in a global language English. And I'm extremely sorry for all the Kannada people. I do know Kannada. I can also speak Kannada, but it's a global issue. It has to reach all over the world, all over India. That's why I was just talking in English. I'm extremely apologize not to talk in Kannada. So if time permits, I come exclusively with only Kannada language or only in Hindi language. I knew this only three languages, Kannada, English, Hindi. But I cannot mix these all three languages while in the serious discussion. So still now, whoever joined, I really thankful. Mr. Narsimha sir, Hems Gowda sir, Raguraj sir, Sunil sir, Ravi Kumar, Prachiroy madam, Sridhar Gadag sir, Tyagaraaj sir, actor Sumana, H.K. Natraj sir, Vijay Shetty sir, Ravi Nayak sir, Vijay Shetty sir, Hanuman Reddy sir, Ravi Kumar sir, Kiran Toke, who is a Marathi friend, Om Chetan Chandru sir, Dhananjay sir, Vanessa Christina, Bharat Gowda, all are really thankful. You just spare your valuable time for our environment and you spared this late night with me. I am touched. 6 years back I just opened Nisarga Parisara Samrakshana Yuva Vedika, but due to lot of busy schedule, due to lot of work in my professional, I could not focus on that. If time permits, once again I will get involved in the environment related works. I'm not doing for any publicity, or it's not I'm telling that like other or something. I'm just telling it's for our future. You have that in mind that when when 1 week we don't get the water, what we do, we store the water. So if you ask the question that why you're not storing that, tomorrow who comes, we just see, we are just storing the water. Like that, we have to store all the valuable resource for our future generation, whether we are staying or not, it matter. With this all note, I'm really thankful to all of our friends. Vijay Preetham, you joined lately. It's almost end of our discussion. Also, thank you for joining this. This is related to for environment and Deepavali celebration, how eco-friendly we can celebrate. I already gave all the I already gave all the details. You just check it out on this video later on. So whoever interested or whoever wanted to participate and whoever wanted to discuss, you just ping me. Next time with all the proper preparation and with all the proper research, you do research and we will discuss. And after that, not only it won't be restricted for discussion. In one step ahead, we have to work on that. But our routine time won't allowing nowadays. So whenever we get a free time, spare time, we definitely do support. In a weekends, we do support for these activities, and we go for all the works, environmental related works voluntarily. With this all note, I'm just signing off. Bye bye.